You know, one of the toughest decisions I've ever had to make in my business career, hell, in my life. This was about 4 years ago. And we had the energy company here in America. And I'll tell you something, the way the laws were changing in the different states, it looked like you could say the government giveth, the government take it away. You know, you had this opportunity here because of the way the laws were done, and they rewrote them. They were rewriting the laws, and I just saw this beautiful business that we'd spent 20 years building evaporating. Now, fortunately, we had started a company over in Italy, right? And I had just moved into this multi-million-dollar house right on the water, spent a ton of money renovating, and it was one of the most gorgeous places that you've ever seen ever, right? And we would actually been living in it just a matter of months. And I saw everything going on, and I made a decision that I needed to move to Italy to run the company over there. And I'll tell you something, man. It was like going to my wife saying, hey, I know we just moved in here, but pack your bags, we're moving to Italy. Telling all my friends, all my family members, everybody that, you know, dear old dad is disappearing across the pond. And it was freak thing, man. It was like, but I knew it to be true. I knew I needed to go do this. And I'll tell you, it was difficult. And guess what? I made that decision in November. And then the first week of March, I sent my wife over ahead to go find our house and get it right. And so when I showed up, we had a place to stay on. On the 21st of November, excuse me, the 21st of March was the day my flight was. It's when the world locked down on COVID. And I had to fight through all of this to actually get there and find all these flights. And oh my God, and everybody freaked out here in Florida. Like, what are you doing? You looked at a map of the world, and Italy was the brightest red country in the entire world. And it was just crazy, man. But I knew I was doing the right thing. And I had to make the decision. The decision was made, and within months, I picked my entire life up and moved it to Italy. You know, I'll tell you something. Everybody has a knowingness. You got to trust it, okay? When you look at a situation, you have a thought, and you can do two things. You can start getting into, well, what about, and what if, and what about, and what if, and what about, till your neck breaks, okay? You can sit there and spin around the world, but you knew. Now the question is, did you do? You just need to get in there and know what you need to do. You got to learn how to trust your knowingness. And then once you sit there and you look at it and you figure it out, you go, oh, it feels right. You just got to get into action, man. There is no preparation. And oh, come on. How do you pack your bags, you put your clothes in the bag, and you put everything in the truck, or in this case, a big sea container, and you just move it, man. You just move it. And you make things happen, and the faster you can make it happen is the higher chance that you're going to succeed. Because you sit around and making long lists, the pros and cons of this, and what if, and all this and other kind of stuff, you're going to die of worry. Trust yourself. Just get in there and get into action. And here's what, and let's just say this, what if you fail? So, get back up and get going again. All right, and just start believing in yourself. If you can't do that, nor can anyone else, and it starts to show. If you have faith in yourself, other people will actually start believing in you equally as well.